Welcome to ESPN West Palm's High School Game Day, presented by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. Here's your host, Theo Dorsey.
Good people. If that doesn't have you pumped for this high school football season, I don't know what would. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. It's ESPN West Palm High School Game Day Week 0. The kickoff classics, they don't count for the record books, but boy, that those highlights look good from both Thursday and Friday night. We got them all. 14 games from as far north as Vero Beach down to Boca Raton, out to the muck. You know we got you covered. We've been doing this for a while. It's the best high school football coverage in all of the land. So I won't waste any more time. Let's get right to the big showdown on Thursday night in Wellington. Palm Beach Central hosting Atlantic. Now, Palm Beach Central hasn't beaten Atlantic since 2017. There was 8 total top 63 players in this game, 4 in the top 10, including that guy. I mean, you know the name, DeAndre Desenor. His first touchdown as an Eagle, the transfer, opening up the scoring right there. On the other side, Ethan D'Agostino, one of the best kickers in the nation, 46 yards. It's good. Early second quarter, Lincoln Graff says, screw it, I'll keep it myself. Number 19, scoring 6 for Atlantic after a blocked punt. You know the name by now, Teddy Hoffman. He always finds himself open. He was the MVP of the Kaiser 7-on-7 this summer, and I'm sure he'll be getting more and more accolades. The App State commit getting into the end zone from Graff. Palm Beach Central is going to finally score their first touchdown of the season. Nedrick Bolden, I mean, on the little Wildcat keeper, showing the camera some love. The Broncos actually were making it happen. Now, this clip I got to explain to you. The end of the first half, no time running. Atlantic has one last shot at the end zone, but here it is. They're going to attempt the final touchdown, and that's the guy right there, Teddy Hoffman. He goes up, he grabs it. At the end of the half, that counts, that scores. The Eagles soar. Only a few plays into the second half, the Broncos finally found something through the air. Chance Ralston, meet Preston Parker, a new connection in Palm Beach County. Speaking of new connections, tip drill here in Legend Pelican. I mean, Atlantic has so many weapons. It is incredible. Lincoln Graff, so many toys to play with, including the man again, Teddy Hoffman. His third touchdown of the night. He had 9 catches, a $162 with 3 scores. Atlantic wins this one 46-17, straight up domination. Moving on to West Boca, who knocked out Atlantic last year in the playoffs. Moving on to West Boca, who knocked out Atlantic last year in the playoffs. Appreciate the cheer team for getting us going on this Friday night. We got some high expectations for them, and that's because of Davie and Mallory, who had the night off. But the Boca offense, or West Boca, excuse me, they didn't take the night off at all. Scoring through the air, scoring on the ground, putting pressure on that Jupiter defense every which way. Look at that long touchdown connection. It's going to be some exciting football once again out there in West Boca. The defense also doing their part. Do you see the big hits? I mean, that's SEC football stuff right there. Get in the backfield, big fella, big 97. West Boca wins this one 30-0, the shutout. Game of the week showdown next week, going to be at home against Benjamin to open the regular season. Our third game of the night, well, we're going to move on to Friday night. Those last 2 are from Thursday. Our HSS Florida game of the week at Seminole Ridge. We got Martin County visiting in them. Amarion Queen, how about the receiving touchdown to get the scoring going? 7-3, Martin County. Second quarter, Cody Tillman, have some, 10-7. And then on the swing pass right here, O'Brien to Hendricks, 13-10, Martin County. We got a good one cooking up with C-Cat and Jimmy Bell in the booth. Start of the fourth quarter, Seminole Ridge gets a rushing touchdown from Willie Young. Seminole Ridge up 17-13. Later in the fourth, O'Brien, Anthony Flores. How about the deciding score of the game? Huge touchdown right there. Martin County wins it 20-17 in kickoff classic fashion. Moving on to Dwyer. We got Benjamin and Dwyer taking on each other. I know right now what you're seeing is some other schools, because I wanted the Panthers to get their round up and ramp up right there. Look at the depths, man. We getting ready, man. The season's getting going. Benjamin, they come in with a lot of expectations. It was a defensive battle early on. You got a lot of sacks, a lot of big fellas stat padding, making sure their presence is felt, and the QBs remember their names going into the regular season. Both sides, Benjamin, beefy fellas getting in the backfield. How about Cameron Moore for Dwyer? Getting some action as well. Benjamin on the other side, Gage Wallace, a top 63 guy. And we're going to see a forced fumble from Dwyer later on. The Josh Smith takeover is going to happen for Benjamin. Look at, oh my goodness. What a takeaway. See, when you get interceptions like that in the preseason, you know the defense is going to carry on through the regular season, and Benjamin is a school that has done it year after year after year. They win this one 28-7, and they're looking forward to a huge Week 1 showdown. Moving on to Vero Beach, the Fighting Indians had senior night for both football and cheerleading. And this one was all Vero Beach. Avian Rivers opened it up with a rushing touchdown. The big fellas paving the way, and then you got Josh Lansafort. Hey, a little misdirection there from number 5, and he gets in for 6. And then here we go here, Champs Mons. I mean, if you can count on one thing, you can count on a Mons in a Vero Beach uniform. He gets a tutty, and they're not done yet. How about some defense? No, sir. I'll have it. Brian Carter, pick 6. He will go all the way. 27 zip right there after he scores it, but they weren't done. 41-0 to final. Vero Beach showing dominance against Palm Beach Gardens to open things up. How about we get out to Oxbridge, the Thunderwolves? I love that stadium. Good turf, good action. Love it on a Friday night. Here we go against them. Palm Beach Christian trying to make things happen, but they're not stopping that guy. Touchdown by Dorian Falteroy. Going to tie things up there. Palm Beach Christian, the Saints, obviously, they have been playing some good football last year. Deep into the playoffs is where they went. Oxbridge is the same. They actually won it all. And they show you right here that that offense is not slowing down this year. Corey Dow on the defensive side, gonna get a fumble recovery right here. Here's a big play by the Saints. When the receivers are doing well for them, you know Palm Beach County or Palm Beach Christian has big ties to Willie Sneed, who just got with the Dolphins. He'll be proud of that wide receiver play right there. Palm Beach Christian wins it 32-27, thanks to the quarterback play from Derek Flanders. Defense, the name of the game for Santaluces, as they hosted St. Andrews for a Friday night kickoff classic. Now, St. Andrews had to have Dylan Faison at quarterback, the wide receiver and Notre Dame commit. They also had some good defense early on, but here it is, Santaluces making plays with your feet. Joris Shepard and getting the toe-tapping first down right there. That's going to lead to this. The next play, a top 63 wide receiver, wide open. Caden Gordon reaching up and getting it. He was number 14 on the list. He's committed to NC State to play corner, but he's got hands. He also has some moves. Check this out. I mean, go ahead and get jiggy with it. That's what you can do when you get a big-time touchdown, especially at home. Now, there was a bunch of runs from our guy, Dylan Faison. He's a lacrosse star. He's also really a wide receiver for St. Andrews. We'll see how he does this year, the junior, who's going to be headed to South Bend. But Santaluces wins this one big, 42-7. They're going to host Somerset Canyons to open the year next week. St. Andrews, they'll be at Kings Academy. A lot of offense in that one. Moving on to Somerset Canyons, Cougar Pride. I mean, I actually went to this game and covered it. Dude, finding a parking spot, tough. Somerset Canyons led 14 zip with just 5 minutes to go in the half, and check out all the action in just 5 minutes. First off, DJ Mans with the touchdown. Like a man. 21 zip, Somerset. 3rd and long right here. Prayer from the Bulldogs. And you're going to get this one. It looks like a punt. Damari Jerry with the interception. Big time play right there. Turns it over to Jaden Harrington, the top 63 quarterback. And you know he knows how to make a play. Finds Braden Bryant. But hold on now. Hold on to the football. I know it's preseason, but you got to be a little bit better than that, cleaner than that. Somerset would recover it. They would also go on to win that one big, 42-8. A huge defense, offense, special team, all 3 phases dominant for them. Moving on to John Carroll Catholic. Putting shovels in the ground, breaking ground on their new athletic facility. On the field, the Golden Rams hosting the Rams of Palm Beach Lakes. Little ram-on-ram action, ram in the bush. The Golden Rams offense clicking early on. They had 3 straight touchdown drives in the first half with 3 different Golden Rams finding the end zone. Love that, spreading the wealth. Oh my goodness, oh my, come on. That's sick. Hey, save it for the regular season when the wins count. The highlights, though, count just the same, especially here on High School Game Day. John Carroll Catholic wins this one huge. 49-6, they're going to open up at Fort Pierce Westwood against the Fighting Coquels. Palm Beach Lakes, they'll be at Coral Springs. The 10th game of the night. We are T-Coast. Shout out to the Treasure Coast cheerleaders. The Titans, once again, one of the toughest schedules in the state. They know how to schedule them. Irv Jones, not afraid of any opponent. No different tonight. They host Lake Wells that went 12-1 last year. The Titans were battling, and they were running the ball and pounding it like you know them to do. I mean, every single year, you know the ground, the pound, the rushing attack is going to be on fire for them. They would try and try, but come up short tonight. 23-14, the loss for the Titans. Next week, a playoff rematch for the Titans as they travel to Osceola. Schedule to include road games at West Boca, Atlantic, and Vero Beach this season. It doesn't get any easier. A year ago, though, Coach Irv Jones and his Titans made a run all the way to the regional finals. Centennial playing host to Jensen Beach. Just to give you a taste of what it was like in there, a lot of scoring for the Falcons. Let's get to the action. Jensen Beach, they got some big shoes to fill this year, and you know that head coach Tim Caffey going to have his team ready for battle, and especially on the defensive side of the ball. The man's name is Sean Bowes. He jumps up, snags the ball right out of the air from the offense, and he's going to the crib. He knows he's got to get in there and get the scoring going for Jensen Beach and the Falcons. Junior Anthony Cole, he reads screen here. Look at this. Come on, man. That defense is primed for the playoffs already, and we haven't even started counting wins and losses. It was all Jensen Beach in this one. You're tipping up screen passes and getting interceptions. You're getting pick sixes. And also, on offense, you're getting the scoring done as well. 35-zip, Jensen Beach wins this one. They're going to open the year at South Fork. Centennial going to travel to Wellington on Thursday. Park Vista versus the Kings Academy. Don Hanna, he's going to make his return to the sidelines as the Park Vista head coach. In Kings Academy, well, they're going to have him thinking, yeah, this is tough still in high school football. And look at this right here. The special teams play. When you get a good block punt, when you're getting plays that are positive on the special teams, the third phase, well, then all of the parts of your team start rolling. Kings Academy making it happen. Javian Jones, top 63 receiver, scoring a touchdown there. And the signal caller, Joe Daly, had himself a show. The Joe Daly Show. You get it? You know, like the John yeah, you get it. Joe Daly had it all going. 300 total yards on the night. He had 4 touchdowns and another one with his legs. 5 total scores. The Kings Academy wins this one 49-7. They're going to take on St. Andrews in the season opener. Remember last year? Over 100 points between the two teams. Expect the scoreboards to get lit up. Back to Thursday night again in Pahokee, the Muck. Views from the sky of Anquan Bowden Stadium. Danny Mendoza's first game head coaching Boynton Beach, and the debut for Carlos Lamons with the Blue Devils. Here's a 4th down conversion. Xavier Mitchell to Javian Jones. Top 63 receiver right there. Big shouts picking up the yardage there. They would not score on that drive. But you know what? Tristan Gooden, the big fella, says, I'll get it done myself. Huge sack, little celebration, very next play. Check out Big 50 here. Heads up, you got to be aware, you got to be on point, because when there's a fumbled snap and miscommunication, 50 is right there for the score. A big man touchdown, and all he had to do was just fall on the ball. And you know what? Still worth the celebration. Turn up with your boys. Turn up with your guys. Pahokee on top right there. They led 14-0 at that point. Be on the lookout for this guy, number 8, Antonio Simpson, who comes off the edge on this play, creates the pressure, creates the sack and the fumble. I hear number 8, who's a junior right now, going to be getting a lot of looks. Stay locked in on that guy. And later on, Zachary Mitchell punches in the touchdown for Pahokee. They win it 23-0. Carlos Lamons, he had 3 titles at Pahokee as a player. His debut as a head coach, a win in shutout fashion at home. They're going to host Palm Beach Central to open the season. And then we have Boca Raton and Fort Pierce Westwood, the final game of the show, and it's going to be from Thursday night. Boca and Westwood were in the playoffs last year. Westwood's offense, man, they are prolific. Look at that. It travels, too. It works on the road. That was Jermaine Walker on the receiving end of that long touchdown. And then Marquez Burgess, if the name sounds familiar, Burgess from Fort Pierce, Westwood. Yeah, Marquise Burgess. Pretty sure they're related. Pick 6 here. When you got it going on all 3 phases, especially this early in the year, that's going to influence what we're going to be doing for that top 10 poll. Be on the lookout for where Westwood ends up ranking. I mean, look at that rushing attack. Moving guys, the blocking, opening up holes. Fort Pierce Westwood wins this one huge, 33-10. That's the final in Boca Raton. Now, you know, it's not just about the results. It's not just about the knowledge gained and the positional battles won. It's also about the highlights. We bring you the very first of this season, high school football, ESPN West Palm High School Game Day Play of the Week nominees. Let's get this thing cracking with number 1, Somerset Canyons, a pick 6. Now this one would get called back, but we got to show some love to the Tutty, especially in the Kickoff Classic. Make sure you tap in on ESPN Top 63 on Twitter to vote for this one. The pick 6 for the Cougars, which counts in our hearts. Option number 2, Atlantic High, going to get a tip drill touchdown. The legend of Felican. His name's Legend Felican. He gets the Tutty right there from Lincoln Graff. Make sure you hop in again. Those are 2 honorable mentions, actually. Those 2 are honorable mentions. Here go your actual options to vote on Twitter. Again, hop in on at ESPN Top 63 to make your vote count. Benjamin, they're going to get a turnaround interception by Josh Smith. Let me see that one back. Let me see it again right here from big number 17. I mean, just tracking the ball down like a receiver, like he was running a route right there. West Boca, they also have a big-time option. Let's get out to where the Bulls are in action. A huge touchdown connection over the top in the stiff arm. Are we going to get a replay of that one? I need the stiff arm right here because that's a Derrick Henry style. Get off of me. Stay down. Touchdown, West Boca. And here we go, option number 3. Teddy Hoffman toe tapping at the end of the first half. Literally the last play of the first half. It had to be a touchdown or it didn't matter. And Hoffman gets a foot in, maybe even 2. It would have counted on Sundays. And option number 4, make sure you're voting at ESPN Top 63. Jensen Beach, one-handed interception on a screen pass. Do you know how much of a heads-up play you got to have to get the screen pass pick? I mean, come on. The Falcons soaring early. Make sure you hop on Twitter at ESPN Top 63. Vote, and then we'll pick the winner. Can't wait to deliver that to you. What a Friday. What a week 0 of high school football here on High School Game Day. So much action, so much love. Can't wait to keep bringing this to you every single night, 11:30, streamed live on YouTube as we track down the biggest plays, tell the best stories for High School Game Day here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Our game of the week next week, Benjamin at West Boca. 2 state title contenders, 2 of the best teams in the area facing down, so you're going to want to be there. We'll have Christian Cat and the head coach, Jimmy Bell, on the call. That'll be a live call on ESPN 106.3. And, of course, as always, get your highlights first with us at ESPN West Palm. What a pleasure to kick it with you tonight. I can't wait to see how many more big scores, big plays, and big action we see. When you see us on the sidelines, say what's up these Friday nights, and we'll see you next Thursday. Again, Thursday night, the game of the week at West Boca, Benjamin Bucks versus the Bulls. Signing off on a Friday night, it's Theo Dorsey with ESPN West Palm.